Today we are going to discuss code trellis and state diagram of a convolutional coder. So code trellis is a compact graphical representation of a convolutional coder. For understanding code trellis, let us take one convolutional coder as shown in the diagram, which comprises of three memory elements M0, M1 and M2. It has one input and two outputs V1 and V2. The current bit is entering into the memory element M0 and the memory elements M1 and M2 stores the past memory bits, so they constitute the states. So there are basically three representations of convolutional coder that can be represented in a graphical form: code tree, code trellis and the state diagram. For drawing any of these three graphical representation, we need to first of all draw the encoding table. So to draw encoding table, we have to consider input bit that is stored in M0. States, as I have already told you, comprises of the elements that are stored in M1 and M2. So we will be having present state, that is when we turn on the coder, the bits that are stored in M1 and M2 are called as present state, and as the input enters into the coder, after one bit shifting in the right direction, the elements that are stored in M1 and M2 will be termed as next state. So we are considering both the possibilities of input bit as 0 or 1, and as state is of 2 bits, so we are considering all four combinations 0 0, 0 1, 1 0 and 1 1. As we can see in the coder that the output V1 is nothing but the addition of M0 and M2, as well as the output V2 is addition of M0, M1 and M2. So using all these information, we can compute V1 and V2. So present state is nothing but all the possible combinations, and next state is the bit combination that takes place after one bit shift after entering of the input element, input bit. Now let us name all possible states. For 0 0 we name it as state A, for 1 0 state B, for 0 1 state C and for 1 1 state D. So whatever information we have seen in this particular encoding table, we are just making a brief note of it. So on the right hand side you can see that the machine or the encoder changes the state from state A to state A when the input bit is 0, from state A to state B when the input bit is 1. Similarly, the machine moves from state B to state C when the input bit is 0, then B to D when input bit is 1, and the output is written at the last. Now these entries we have to remember for drawing code trellis. So code trellis is the compact representation of the code tree. So we have seen that code tree is an elaborate graphical representation that takes more time as well as more space. So code trellis is a compact representation, and whatever information is there in code tree can be depicted in code trellis as well. The same encoder we are taking in code trellis. There is one standard notation that the solid line represents the state transition for the incoming bit 0 and dotted line for input bit 1. Each branch is labeled with the resulting output bits above it. So here you can see the code trellis for this 212 convolutional coder, that is its rate is 1 by 2, 1 input bit, 2 output bit, and its constraint length is 2. So on the left hand side we notate the present state ABCD. On the right hand side we depict next state ABCD. The solid line depicts the change of the state when the incoming bit is 0, and the dotted line shows the transition when the input bit is 1. So as you can see that when machine is in state A and the input bit is 0, it moves from A to A with the output of 0 0. Similarly for 1, it moves from A to B with output of 1 1, and so on. So this is the compact way of remembering the information that is shown on the right hand side. This is just for your memory, and it need not be shown into the written work. Okay, now this code trellis can be used to encode. We will take one example. Encode the input bit stream 1 0 0. So we have to always start from state A. Now since the incoming bit is 1, we have to follow the dotted line, so the output will be 1 1. Now the present next state is B, so we have to start from B. Since the input bit is 0, we have to follow solid line, and what is written over it? 0 1. So now we have to move to the next state, that is C. Come to the state C. Since the input is 0, again follow the solid line. Output written over it is 1 1. So the encoded output is 1 1 0 1 and 1 1. Now coming to the state diagram. So what is state diagram? If we join the present state and the next state of code trellis, if we join the present state and next state of the code trellis, it will form a state diagram, as you can see over here. The same information is depicted in the state diagram also. So you can see that we are having 4 states A, B, C, D. When a 0 comes, the coder moves from state A to A and the output is 0 0, that is written over the solid line. And when the incoming bit is 1, the encoder moves from A to B and the output is 1 1, and so on. So rest other notations are same as we have taken in the code trellis solvers also. Now again let us encode 1 0 0 using this state diagram. So here also we have to always start from state A, take first bit as 1. Since it is 1, we have to follow dotted line from A. Over it the output is written as 1 1. So next state will be what? B. Now start from B, and as the input is 0, follow the solid line, the output is 0 1, and next state is C. Now start from state C, the input is 0, so follow the solid line and the output is 1 1. So our encoded output is 1 1 0 0 1 and 1 1. Thank you.